With its stunning views over Sri Lanka's rolling green tea hills, the Norwood Plantation manager's bungalow was designed to compensate for the loneliness of British tea planters living far from their families. The plantation remains, but after a massive refurbishment, the bungalow and several others are now at the heart of a scheme to woo some of the world's highest-spending tourists who want a few quiet days sampling the colonial tea estate life.
Really interested in the scenery we have here, particularly interested in staying on a tea plantation. The images of tea pluckers is something I've grown up with since being a young boy, but the images on PG tips. And we're particularly interested in staying in a colonial-style bungalow, trying to get a taste of that lifestyle.
With polished wooden beds draped in mosquito nets, colonial-style furniture, gourmet food and swimming pools, the luxury does not come cheap. A room will set you back $300 a night or $500 for one of the suites. An all-inclusive deal that comes with all the gourmet food and drink a guest could desire.
And we thought Sri Lanka had a great combination of beautiful country landscapes, flora and fauna, the beaches, the culture, the cuisine, the people. So we thought this would be a really great choice. And so far, we've been proved right. We've had a fantastic time.
Guests can tour the tea factories that dry, cut and process the tea leaves for shipment to auction, and talk through the industry with the resort's planter in residence, someone with a deep and long experience of the industry. Tea Trails says demand is rising steadily, particularly among honeymoon couples.
I think the primary reason that they come here is because of the British colonial feel that these bungalows have, mainly because these are originally put up by the British who are here doing the tea plantations, and also, let's say, the tea country. I mean, most of the tourists who come here, they do a tea tour as well, a tea experience or a tea factory and a tea estate visit.
The firm says it's likely to take 7 years to pay off the investment taken to refurbish the bungalows. But with such high potential, other tea firms are looking at converting some of their own bungalows for high-end tourism. 100 kilometres west of the capital Colombo, the cooler, wetter tea hills are already one of the key tourist destinations in Sri Lanka.
Since most tourists, about 40% of those tourists who arrive in Sri Lanka going to the hill country, we thought of creating a new area in the hill country to be positioned as the destination of choice for upmarket tourists. And after having done extensive research, we picked the Bogontalawa region as the most suitable area for tourism and created these bungalows.
Some guests at the bungalows have found the only drawback to be the long, tortuous road journey from the capital, and so have simply booked a helicopter at the cost of several $1,000s. But the company hopes Sri Lankan Airlines will soon start a seaplane service from Colombo to a nearby reservoir, just in time for tea. Sitting in a dock at Southampton in England, Britain's newest and largest cruise liner, the Arcadia. The giant 83,000-ton vessel has cost over £200 million to build. On board, it's been designed with middle-aged, well-to-do adults in mind.
We're aiming here at people in their 40s to 50s, principally couples whose children are perhaps not holidaying with them any longer, and who want to sort of remind themselves that they're still young, and they want to do sort of, you know, younger, more active things and what we call lifestyle pursuits.
To meet the demands of this market, special shows by Le Cirque d'Arcadia will also be performed on board. Elsewhere, there's a chance to unwind with massages, or even lie back and relax as you cruise into the sunset. £3 million has also been spent on special artwork, designed to enhance the cruising experience, including 2 bejeweled cosmic egg sculptures.
With this work, you can either just look at it and say, oh, it's a fabulous jewel, it sparkles, it's wonderful, and take it at that, and just a little, even just bring a smile to somebody's face would be wonderful. But if you want to go deeper, you can begin to look into the galaxies and see all the primordial oceans in between, and there's a lot of depth into it as well.
And to satisfy the culinary desires of passengers, British celebrity chef Gary Rhodes has his own restaurant on board, giving his signature dishes a new dimension.
I've got some great old little favourites, but with a new twist about them. So everybody's going to feel comfortable at recognising, they'll read the menu and think, oh yes, I could really eat that. But when they get it, they're going to realise that a little bit more work has gone into it.
With the luxury of a child-free environment, it's hoped travellers on Arcadia will experience the very best that cruising has to offer. Once back on dry land, you'll need something to get around in. And what better place to go shopping for the creme de la creme of motoring than the very exclusive Supercar Show. In the splendid grounds of one of London's most exclusive clubs sit some of the most expensive cars that money can buy. As part of a new concept called Salon Privé, these dream cars, such as the Koenigsegg CCX and Bentley GTC, are displayed in all their glory for a select number of private buyers to scrutinise and purchase. It may be a motor show, but it feels more like an upmarket garden party.
The purpose of the event is to provide manufacturers of exclusive cars with an opportunity to display the cars in an open environment to people who are either very passionate about them or have the potential, the circumstances, the ability to buy them. So rather than having the cars simply on display at general motor shows as a pull, if you like, for visitors, the purpose really of here is to provide the limited number of supercar manufacturers with an opportunity to meet the limited number of people in a private environment without the crowds and everything else.
The cars on sale here are the very latest models with state-of-the-art technology, like this slick Lamborghini Spire with its electric roof. However, even for the super rich, there are a few downsides, as many of these cars have waiting lists of up to a year, even if you pay the full price on the spot.
A supercar show like Salon Privé London will work because of the many rich people who live in London. It has one of the highest concentrations of billionaires in the world. And also because the supercar market tends to be relatively inflation-proof. When you're looking at cars like the Bugatti Veyron, which is €1 million or £800,000, the people who afford that tend not to be subject to the vagaries of the economy like ordinary working people.
This 4-day event has plenty to amuse the visitor, such as the UK launch of 2 new models from Marcos, along with a celebrity cricket match and charity dinner, making it a real society event. The organisers hope that the success of the show will make it an annual event and are looking to expand the concept to other desirable destinations around the world. Stefan Ziegler decided to put the €1.5 million investment into the hands of internationally acclaimed German architects, Wolfram Putz and Thomas Willemeit of Graft Architects, who have offices in Berlin, Beijing and Los